welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxy. Thank you so much for tuning in to my joy. We got a channel for you. And greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius from the Oversoul Collective. Sylvester, I bid you a good day. Your reality once again is perpetuated by your beliefs once again. There has been a series of channels over your decades of awareness, of channelings, of impartations. The focus, we would like you to, if you choose, to be aware of, once again, is the construct of your ego, the envelopment of the ego is not the desire. The acknowledgement of the ego is the desire. It is a part of you. It is a part of creation. It is a part of all that is. So shun nothing within your own universe, couched within the flesh. God, creation, the ego is that of you. It does not need to be disseminated in the way of destroying. It is to be integrated. When the construct of the ego is full of itself, it will expand. For that is natural. Much like your flower will grow with no thought. Much like your sun will rise with no effort. Your ego will coalesce its understandings of experience if left alone. Your ego is your friend. There have been many structures of, let's say, explanations of the ego. That of Jiddu Krishnamurti has said these words. When you realize you are the ego, then the ego becomes you. And there is no longer the observed or the observer. There is only one. Do not disgrace the ego. Do not look upon the ego. Allow the ego to understand itself. Give the ego comfort. Give the ego allowance. Give the ego understanding of itself. And it will naturally, if you let it, become integral within the intellect field, within the intuition field, becoming an effortless, balanced being. It is the trust in your own vitality, in your own isness, in your own being that allows this. The idea has been given to you. There is no effort in ascension. There is awareness and allowance. And within each one of these virtues is trust at the breaking point. And that trust is coupled with courage. And you will allow, you will accept, and you will grow into your own self. Whoa. The ego is your friend. You all understand the construct when the ego goes over its limits of itself. We understand this. However, is that not experience? Do you sit and judge your own self in the fashion of overbearing, overstepping your bounds? For without that experience, there's no awareness of your own self. So do not regret and harbor on past actions, for they keep you paralyzed in history. History is reflection of growth. History has catalysts of action in the now leading to a higher future of yourself. But your framework of acceptable history can be viewed in your subjective reality as regret, as victim, as a past of devastation, as a definition of one that shall be there in the future, therefore containing them to the definition of the past, not allowing yourself to grow within your own reality, because that comfort in defining another in separation will give you a level of security. So maybe in the future you may not have to deal with that. So you punch it up to an idea of the past. And recognition of this ego is now at hand. But there is no regret in the ego, is there? Because the ego is you. It is your intellect. It is your motivator in many cases. It is your instigator of catalyst. You need not control your ego. For then you paralyze your own ability of expansion. Because any kind of controlling will limit you. However, once again, acceptance of the ego will allow it to flourish into itself. And it will understand itself in its natural course, with no interference of fear created by your beliefs. Integrate that ego into you, the intellect, the intuition, the complete human. And once again, this is Ocyphius. Yes. We bid you a good day, Adone. Cool beans. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again, and we'll see you next week. Bye.